So, sugar, ladies, and how it can have a huge impact on your peri or postmenopausal symptoms. Who would have thought that sugar would impact the way that we feel so much? I didn't have a clue about it when I first became perimenopausal back in 2020. I could never have realized that the amount of sugar that I was consuming was really going to impact the way that I felt on a day-to-day basis. So why does it have such an effect? Well, sugar, believe it or not, is very, very inflammatory. So as well as having an impact on your peri or postmenopause symptoms, it also has a huge impact on your general health. So when you're considering about how you might want to make some changes to help yourself feel better, cutting sugar out of your diet and your lifestyle really will make a massive difference. So when we're talking about sugar, we're not just talking about the obvious stuff. So you've got sweets, cakes, biscuits, the stuff that's probably in a section of the cupboard, that you've got for the kids that you occasionally pop in and have a little raid of. We all have sometimes that post-afternoon slump where we think we need a little sugar hit to help us get over that little hurdle and finish the day off. And actually what you're doing is making things 10 million times worse. So ideally, as a peri or postmenopausal woman, we want to keep our blood sugar level nice and steady. And when we consume sugar, you're going to find that, as I've just said, the blood sugar level, it goes up and down. So you'll have a massive rush, a massive hit from that sugar, that sugary snack that you might have. And then very soon afterwards, you're going to have a massive slump and you're going to feel worse again. And this sparks cravings, which means that on a day-to-day basis, you can't really get through the day without some kind of sugary snack. So we've talked about the obvious ones, but what I want to draw your attention to is the less obvious sugary products that you might be consuming on a day-to-day basis. So my advice would be to encourage you to look at all of the labels that are currently on the products that are sitting in your cupboard. If you have any processed food, pre-packaged food, we're talking packet sauces, soups, processed food like burgers and sausages and any kind of processed meat or any kind of processed ready meal, you can pretty much guarantee that there will be some form of sugar in there somewhere. So just flip the packet over and have a little check through the ingredients. And it might not say sugar, it might say something like sucrose or fructose. Anything that has a TOSE on the end means that it is sugar in some kind of form. So that's what I want you to be aware of and really hone in on those products and think about how you could replace them for maybe a healthier alternative. So the obvious ones we want to boot out, as I've said, the sugary snacks, the sweets, the cakes, the biscuits, but then we really want to fine tune what we're eating on a day-to-day basis because this will have a huge impact on your symptoms. The more we can keep our hunger at bay, keep those sugary snacks out of control, I would recommend just getting rid of them completely if you can. Just boot them right out and go cold turkey. Be prepared for it to be a bit of a bumpy ride. It's not easy cutting sugar out completely. You're going to have a couple of weeks where you're going to probably have a little bit of a headache. You're going to be detoxing essentially, and your body's not going to like that very much. So be prepared for things to be a little bit tricky for the first couple of weeks, but keep in your mind about how you're going to feel once that sugar has been flushed out of your body. You need to drink lots of water and make sure that you're keeping hydrated because that will help get rid of that nasty detox headache that potentially you might experience. Some don't at all. Some are able to breathe through the detox period without too much of a problem, but some might find it. It depends how much of a sugar habit you have. If you eat a lot of it, the chances are the results are going to be a little bit more extreme and the headache might be a little bit more severe. So just be prepared for that. But no, please know and be encouraged by the fact that in 2 or 3 weeks, once you've detoxed and you've got that sugar out of your system, the cravings will stop. You will have so much more energy. You will not be craving that mid-afternoon sugary snack. You will have hopefully put into place some great new alternatives to step into where the sugary snack used to be. And we can talk about these in a future video as well, my recommendations for what you can have instead, because there are so many different options. But you have to be strong. You have to be strong-willed and really want to give it a go. And bear in mind that not only are the cravings going to stop, but this is also going to have a huge impact on those symptoms and make you feel so much better. So I really wanted to share this with you in a video today, because it's one of the most important recommendations that I make when I'm coaching my ladies. Is sugar comes right up there at the top. Along with managing stress, which is another one that we'll talk about in the future. So get into that cupboard, check out all the pre-prepared products that you've got sitting in there, have a bit of a root around and chuck a few out if you think that they're going to affect you and have too much of a sugary content in them that's really going to make that blood sugar level spike. Cereals are another one, even the ones that say that they're going to be healthy. If you look at the ingredients, chances are there'll be sugar in there somewhere. So my top tip for a healthy sugar-free breakfast is a protein shake. But again, one to be covered in another video. So just wanted to keep it to sugar and the reasons why I recommend cutting it out completely in this video today. So I hope you found that helpful, and please do just give it a go. Push on through those couple of weeks and I promise you, you'll feel the better for it.